Good morning. We are gonna go out and see if we can get some honey. We're just gonna take a few frames, probably 3 if we can, just because we're out of honey and I want to. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, so here we are just putting our bee suits on. We do not wear bottoms. We only wear the jackets. And I am not brave enough, you guys, to go and mess with some bees without a suit on. So kudos to all you amazing people. My husband and I don't usually get to come out and do the bees together because one of us usually has to stay with the kids. But this time we actually were able to because somebody was around, which is awesome. The one thing you'll see at the end of the video is that we do not have a current extractor. So we actually use the drip method, which tends to not be able to get a lot of honey if you're not taking all the comb off, which we're trying not to do. But for the 2 frames that we were doing, it was plenty for what we needed. And then we'll give the rest back to the bees and we can redo it and hopefully recap it. We're going to see how that works. Also, you guys, if you do not have a pull-behind lawn cart, this thing is invaluable to making my life so much easier. The other thing that people ask us is the nitro gloves, and we always use nitro gloves instead of the large leather beekeeping gloves because I don't like to not be able to feel the dexterity with my fingers when I'm working with the bees. And knock on wood, we haven't gotten stung yet.
You can see that some of them have pollen on their legs when they come back, the little yellow pieces on their legs. So they're already going out and collecting from the flowers and everything. And they actually collect in a 6-mile radius, which is really cool. But that's really why you can actually not really call any honey organic, right? Because there's no way for you to tell exactly what the bees are collecting. Obviously, our bees collect probably primarily over here because we do have, wild fields. And we do plant a lot of flowers and, pumpkins and squashes and stuff like that. But you really can't call honey really organic because you really don't know where they are collecting from. So, but you can see some of them have the yellow on their legs. Those have already gone out this morning to, see the little yellow? So cute. Okay, so they have already gone out to harvest a little bit. It looks like this one isn't doing great, that's okay. But sometimes, if a bee is not doing great, the other bees will attack it and get it out of here if it's sick or anything like that, and they clean up kind of their own little areas. So that's a drone bee, big bee. Anyways, pretty cool, right? Okay, so one thing that we use is smoke. And it's just pine needles or whatever we have to create a good smoke. And that's just to kind of calm the bees down. It smells good too. But that's just to calm the bees down. And we do smoke the bees as we're collecting just for them to know that, we are helpful, we are friends, calm them down. And the other thing is that you can actually, another beekeeper had told me that they blow on the bees. So as you're doing it, if you blow on the bees, it actually calms them down as well. So, and people always ask, we always use nitro gloves for beekeeping because and I've never had them sting through them, but I can't feel the bees if I was wearing those big leather beekeeping gloves. So I prefer these. These are so cool. things I also didn't know before I started beekeeping is that bees, depending on where they're harvesting, their honey can taste completely different. So ours, you can see I'm just monitoring. It's amazing. Anyways, ours is actually primarily goldenrod. So our goldenrod is actually starting to come in now. So it hasn't bloomed yet. So probably in the next few weeks, but I can see it starting to come in. And our bees are really heavy into the goldenrod because they're always on it. But different bees, like depending on where you are, different areas of the world, things like that, the honey can actually taste completely different depending on what they're harvesting. Smoke. Here, I can do the smoke. I hear them.
I don't feel them.
So these,
That's a lot of honey.
a lot of honey. Yep, these are full. That's what this was last time. They were still drawing it out. But these look really good, which is good. Yep. This is only a 10-pound scale, and it is over that. 2 frames.